Hello guys, my name is Shita Besania. Today our topic is wind. Wind, as the name suggested, this poem it's about wind. However, the wind is a natural phenomenon, and in the poem, the poet described the power of the wind and called wind destructive. Further, he links the destructive power of the wind with the difficulties of life. He said that weak people break down easily, but stronger people emerge out stronger. Also, the poem gives a very important lesson that we should be mentally, thought and physically strong in order to survive the hardships of life. However, a weak person crumbles and breaks down like an old building. So it is necessary that we should make that destructive force our friends with our determination and strength. In the poem, the poet is talking to the wind, and he asks the winds to come softly. Poet also say that winds should not be strong and it should come delicately and softly. Then he describes that powerful wind is destructive and it breaks the shutters and windows and scatters the paper. Moreover, when the wind is very powerful, then it takes down the books from the shelves. After that, he asked the wind to look at the damage it has caused. Further, whenever the wind is strong, all the weak things like plants, children, etc. get fearful and sometimes get hurt. In the initial part of the poem, the poet is referring to the wind as a young child. Firstly, he said that it comes safely as a child does. Later on, we come to know that it becomes destructive like a youth full of energy, violence and destruction. In the next part, her continuously repeat the word crumbling to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of strong wind. So the point went to say that everything breaks when the wind is very strong and powerful. He said that weak houses, weak doors, beams, wooden structures, bodies of people, animals, etc. all fall and crumbles. In addition, everything which is weak reacts by breaking or falling down in the face of hardship. Hence, the poet says that whenever Whenever weak people faces and hardship or challenge in life that fall or break down. In the next paragraph, he addresses that wind as wine good, and he says that the powerful god of wind examinations meaning it shifts people, and those who are weak fall down and get crushed. Therefore, here the poet made a comparison between weight and people. Just like we shot the weight to spread the, the grain from the shaft, it the some way the wine good spreads the strong people from weak people. Moreover, when there is strong wind, all the things that we weak fall and get crushed. After that, the point went us to make friends with the wind the hardships in our lives. He says that we should be ready for the problems as they will come and will not listen to us. Also, we should build strong houses and close the doors of our house firmly so the wind cannot enter them. Moreover, the point says that we should make our hearts and bodies stronger to face that challenging. And when we are strong enough to face challenges, then we will not feel troublesome. He keeps the wind on a pedestal and comparing it to God. The poet says that wine is a good and we praise it daily. He also adds that everything that is weak gets over in the face of the strong wind. In addition, all the things that are strong flourish and grow stronger. The point gives us the message we should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges. This challenge also when we become their friends, then we will be happy as they will help us to become stronger and better because the changes and hardships of life make us better. Okay, thank you. Hello guys, my name is Shita Bhesania. Today our topic is on killing a tree. On killing a tree summary raises awareness among the readers regarding trees. Here the point sensitizes the reader regarding trees by emphasizing the fact that trees are living things. Furthermore, the author makes a comparison between trees and humans. He does so by quitting the trees with humans. By doing this, the author tries to convey the message that one should not cut trees because they are just like humans. Moreover, the author tries to explain that killing the tree is just like killing humans. Moreover, the author tells that trees doesn't die by merely cutting them. This is because the tree have a tendency to regrow from the point it is cut. Most noteworthy, one must completely uproot the tree in under to destroy it. This uprooting of the tree would certainly means death. This is because the tree would be separate from the earth which supports it. Here the author tells about how can one kill a tree. Some individuals think that a simple cut will be enough. However, a simple cut will certainly not be enough to destroy a tree. Furthermore, the tree grows gradually and it is roots in soil. Moreover, the author tells us that the plant takes nutrition from the soil in order to grow. Gradually, it grows into a big tree. Also, there is a firm connection between the tree and the soil. The tree makes use of water, air, and sunlight to grow its many leaves and a formidable trunk. Humans undertake the cutting and chopping of the tree bark into many pieces. However, even this cutting and chopping of the tree is not sufficient enough to completely destroy the tree. The point of cut in the tree gives out shape. This is certainly similar to human bleeding. Gradually, with time, this cut would heal, and new branches will start emerging again. This shows that trees have an amazing ability to recover, so to kill the tree would require an even more together step. The poet then explains that in order to kill the tree beyond and doubt, one must uproot it. One must make sure to spread the tree from the earth which provides support to it. Furthermore, the roots of the tree are such that they bind the tree and the soil together. Due to this binding, the tree is connected with the pit of the earth. The author tells us that the roots are the most hidden part of the tree. Moreover, the roots are also the most sensitive part of the tree. Therefore, in order to destroy the tree, the detachment of the roots must take place. The roots are a part of the tree that are dumped. Also, the roots are white in color. Uprooting a tree is certainly the ultimate step in restoring it. Once the uprooting of the tree takes place, then it's only a matter of time before the tree dies. No tree on earth can survive after uprooting. Gradually, the tree after uprooting withers and dries up. This withering and drying up happens with the action of wind and heat. The trunk will gradually become broken. Moreover, the trunk will gradually twist and harden. Most noteworthy, the tree will finally meet its death. So uprooting the roots, chewing out to be the most important step in restoring a tree. Okay, thank you.